Hello and welcome to Geometry Check Homework 10.7. For our first problem, we're looking for the value of x. We would set 6x equals 3x minus 1 times x plus 1. We would distribute that out. We get 6x equals 3x squared plus 3x minus x minus 1. Then we could factor that out, and we would get 0 equals 3x squared plus minus 4x minus 1. We would use x equals the opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4c all over 2a. And we would fill that into that equation, which would be 4 plus or minus the square root of 16 minus 4 times 3 times negative 1. Then we get 4 plus or minus the square root of 26 over 6. And then we get 4 plus the square root of 26 over 6 is equal to it would be equal to 1.548. And then we would have 4 minus the square root of 26 over 6 equal to 0.218, but we would only need the first one because that's the positive, so we would have 1 point. For problem number 2, we're looking for the value of r. We would have 3r squared equals, parentheses, 3r squared would equal 12 parentheses 12 plus 2r. Then you would get 9r squared equals 144, because you're distributing the 12 throughout the whole equation, so you would get then 24r as well. Then you would get, now that we have a 9r squared and an r and other digit, we can set it into the equation, so we would get 9r squared minus 24r minus 144 equals 0. We could set that into the equation of x equals the opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a to get 24 opposite of plus or minus the square root of 576 minus 4 parentheses 24 144. Parentheses 9 and 144. So then 24 would equal 506. 24 would equal the square root of 5,760 over 18. And we could find that it would be the 5.54 and 1 and 2 point after finding both the opposite and negative, but we just need the positive, so we'd have 5.5 for 4. For problem number 3, we're finding the value of x. We put 7 squared equal to x plus 4 parentheses, then another set of parentheses, x plus 4x parentheses x minus 1. Then we would FOIL that out. We would get 49 squared equals x plus 4, and since we FOILed out the other part, we would then get 2x plus 3. Then since we have we would have an x squared, we could set it to equal to 0, and we would get 0 equals 2x squared plus 11x minus 37. The a part would be the 2, the b would be the 11, and the c would be that. So when we put it in the equation of x equals the opposite of b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4c all over 2a, 11 would be the b, so that would be the opposite, so it would be negative 11 plus or minus the square root of 121 minus 4 parentheses 2 parentheses negative 37. Then you would get negative 11 plus or minus the square root of 417 over the over 4. And then what you could do is you would find the problems for that. You'd find the opposite and the positive. The positive after negative 11 plus that over 4 would be 2.358, and that would be the one we were solving for on this problem. So therefore our answer would be 2.35, and that would be. And for problem number 4, we're trying to find the value of r. We would put 12 squared equals 6 parentheses 6 plus 2r. We would then get 144 equal to 36 plus 12r. You could get 108 equal to 12r, and you could get r to equal 9. For problem number 5, we're looking for the value of x. So what we would do is we would get x parentheses 2x plus 4x equals 3 parentheses 13. Then we could factor that out, and we would get 2x squared plus 4x minus 39 equal to 0, because we've put it in the equation. We would get negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 16 minus 4 parentheses 2 parentheses negative 39, and then over 4, and then we would get negative 4 plus or minus the square root of 328 over 4, and we would get the numbers after finding the positive and negative of that. We would get 3.52 and 5.527 in negative. So, and then we know we need the positive. So we would take the 3.52 for the positive answer, and that would be the answer for that problem. And that would conclude homework check